Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tay from Financial Tortoise, where we learn to grow our wealth slow and steady. The number one thing you should never skimp on: spending on health and fitness. There's a good reason why you see a big squat rack right behind me. I have a whole channel dedicated to money, yet I see our health just as important, if not more important than money, especially as we get older. What is all the money in the world if we don't have our health, right? Who cares if we have $1 billion if we don't have our body? We can always make more money, but we all have only one body to live in. If your one body breaks down because of neglect, that is it. Game over. So as we get older, prioritize taking care of your body. Prioritize health. Prioritize physical and mental fitness by not skimping on it. If that is a gym membership to get you to exercise more, do it. If you need a personal trainer to help motivate you to the next level, consider it. If it's a big squat rack in your home office like me so you can lift more, then go for it. So many people spend their health gaining wealth, and then they have to spend their wealth to regain their health. In the line of health, number two thing you should never skimp on: quality food. You've heard of the saying, you are what you eat. Every cell in our body is constantly replacing itself with new cells. A stomach cell gets replaced every day or two, a skin cell about every month, and our red blood cells about every 4 months. And what is used to create these new cells? The food that we eat. So if we're only eating highly processed food with low nutrients, how healthy do you think our new cells will be? Our body is only as good as what we consume. So prioritize quality food. The general rule of thumb I try to use when I'm faced with food is this: how close is this to its natural state? This very tempting box of donuts? I can't remember the last time I saw a donut tree. But this apple? Yes, pretty close to what I saw on a real apple tree. An easy hack I use to consume more quality food is just to have less processed food and more quality food around the house, meaning ample amount of bananas and apples in our kitchen fruit basket at all times. This way, whenever I get the munchies, instead of reaching for a bag of Oreos because we don't have any in our house, I instead reach for a banana. Continuing the line of health, number three thing you should never skimp on: quality sleep. Everything that can support quality sleep. Think high quality pillow, mattress, sheets, eye mask, earplug, and even an alarm clock. I'm obsessive about everything related to sleep. Sleep is one of the most underappreciated activities. Good quality sleep can radically transform our lives, yet too many of us neglect its importance. We sleep late. We don't think too much about it after a bad night of sleep. We don't think about how we can sleep better. We think sleep is just sleep. We just either have a good night's sleep or a bad night's sleep. It is what it is. However, it is not just what it is. There are tons of ways we can invest in quality sleep. Number one is starting with prioritizing it. Make it a priority to sleep earlier. Then two, invest in tools to help you sleep better. For me, one of my favorite and pretty affordable investments that help me to sleep better at night is an eye mask. I used to think eye masks were just for grandmas that were sensitive to light. But what I didn't realize was that we're all sensitive to light. Grandmas are just wiser than us. So if you're not getting quality sleep, consider what are some investments you can make today to make it slightly better. If you want to try out the eye mask that I use, I'll have a link to it in the description below. Number four thing you should never skimp on: healthy marriage. Or more specifically, investing in a healthy marriage. When it comes to a healthy marriage, I'm a firm believer that while marrying the right person plays a part in a healthy marriage, it's not as big as many people make it out to be. You don't just marry the right person, you become the right person for each other through effort and hard work. So take the time and energy to invest in each other. Don't skimp on this. For my wife and I, we try to prioritize quality time with each other apart from the kids at least once a week. A lunch or dinner out is nice, but even coffee out for 30 minutes does wonders for helping us to better connect with each other. And from a financial perspective, understand that divorce is one of the most devastating things that can happen to your finances. So a healthy marriage is not only beneficial to your emotional health, but financial health as well. Number five thing you should never skimp on: experiences. For me, experiences with my family and my loved ones. You've also probably heard of this saying, we are the sum total of our experiences. At the end of our lives, we will not care how much we have in our bank account or our investment account. We will only care about the people that we love, and if we're able to share our last moments with them. And the bond within a strong relationship is built with shared experiences. The experience of going to new places together, seeing new things, and sharing thoughts and emotions with each other. Thus, I make it a priority to always prioritize spending on experiences over things. If faced with the choice of a new fancy toy or ice cream out together as a family, ice cream out with the family always. A new dining table or a trip overseas to a new and exciting place, the trip to a new and exciting place always. Number six thing you should never skimp on: in line with experiences, connections. Connecting with people and building relationships. May that be building new bridges or strengthening old ones. Thus, if time permits, I'm always looking for ways to invest in ways to connect with people. Like-minded people, as well as people who stretch my way of thinking. Despite being a natural introvert, I push myself to attend conferences, join new community groups, and visit people in a new city I've never been before. And for me, what I've noticed throughout my life is that whenever I can connect well with the right and new people, they have the tendency to push me to the next level. They open up my perspective and help me to see things in ways that I haven't thought about before. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those who you are capable of improving. The process is a mutual one. Men learn as they teach. Number 7 thing you should never skimp on. In line with experiences and connection, what else pushed us to the next level? Education. This could be in the form of books, self-paced online courses, or actual classes taught in a classroom. If we want to become the best version of ourselves, we need to be lifelong learners. Always curious about the world, feeding our brain with the best knowledge food. Thus, if a book or a course piques my interest, I'm all for it. As you can tell again from my background here, I'm not shy about investing in education. We're living in the era of information. The biggest asset I have on my body is not my hands or my ridiculously amazing hair, though that is arguable. It is actually the brain that sits under my ridiculously amazing hair. The information that is stored within it, the thought that runs through it every day, and new ideas that are formed through those thoughts. That is what enables me to make these videos and share my take on money and life with you. Bottom line, do not skimp on education. Feed your brain constantly with the highest quality information and grow it to its full potential. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. Number 8 thing you should never skimp on. In line with quality connection and quality education, wise counsel. Just as quality education pushes our minds to the next level, wise counsel pushes our understanding of the world as well. They challenge us to reflect on our decisions, to reframe our existing perspective and see what is possible. Thus, whenever I was at a crossroad in my life, deciding to leave the military, enter business school, or start my YouTube channel, I always try to seek good and wise counsel. Once, my wife and I flew across the world to a different country just so that we could meet with and learn from people that we admired. Now, we also have to understand that not all counsel will be wise. Many will need to take with a grain of salt. We'll need to discern what is relevant and what is not. But a good and wise counsel at the right time could have a life-changing impact. The way of the fool seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice. A quick reminder before we move on, make sure to download your free one-page PDF companion guide that goes along with this video. Everything I'm covering here in a simple to digest one-page format. So go to the link I'll have in the description below to grab your free copy. The number 9 thing you should never skimp on, your splurge. When the choice is between saving more money or spending more money, you know I'm all about saving more. However, money at the end of the day is just a tool to help you live the life that you want, to design the life that you want to live. So at times, you need to give yourself the permission to have some fun with money. Now, be careful not to go to the extreme in the name of YOLO. You only live once. But if you catch yourself not having any fun with money, feeling only stressed when it comes to money, give yourself the permission. Of course, small permissions if you're still in the early stages of saving and investing. For me, my splurge is my hair. When my hair looks good, I feel I can take on the world. For you, this could be a cup of latte from your favorite coffee shop once a week, or a nice meal out at a fancy restaurant once a month. If you're thinking of a new Lamborghini, I would ask that you think twice about that splurge. However, if it is a modest spend, give yourself the permission. Spend extravagantly on the things that you love and cut costs mercilessly on the things that you don't. Number 10 thing you should never skimp on. Time savers. Apart from your health, your time is another very precious resource. The 10 minutes you spend watching this video, you will never get back. Hopefully I'm providing value to you so you feel your time is well spent. However, if you don't feel like you're getting value, you have my permission to move on to more productive activities. Your time is way too precious. So if there are areas of your life where you can trade time for money, I recommend you highly consider it, especially as you start to improve your finances. For me, given grocery shopping isn't one of those things that I personally enjoy and takes a good chunk out of my day, I gladly pay for grocery delivery when I can. The 2 hours I can save from driving to the grocery store, navigating my cart around the crowd, and driving back home, I can use to research better videos or do fun things with the family. Number 11 thing you should never skimp on. In the line of saving time, quality work tools. For me, given that I'm a knowledge worker who spends the majority of his time sitting behind a desk, my laptop is my primary work tool. I write all my scripts, do my research, and correspond with people all via my laptop. So for me, it is crucial that I have the highest quality tool to support that work. I had old, really slow computers in the past and I remember wasting so much of my time. waiting for things to load, or trying to troubleshoot when programs were not working as I hoped. I find no joy in waiting or troubleshooting. I would rather spend my precious time writing better scripts or researching better videos. Number 12 thing you should never skimp on: safety. My wife and I don't mind driving an older car. We own a 7-year-old Nissan Leaf, and we plan on keeping it for many years to come. And that is because not only does it run pretty well, but we still feel safe driving it. If the car started having issues that would compromise the safety of my wife and my kids, no amount of money saved is worth it. And child car seats are another great example. When I was researching car seats for my kids when they were young, I was shocked by how much they cost. I was tempted to get used ones or hand-me-downs. You know, the ones that had questionable expiration dates. However, we want to be careful. There is a reason why car seats have an expiration date. The plastic in car seats become brittle over time. That means that in a car accident, the seat designed to protect your child can shatter rather than absorb the impact. And molded plastic, when exposed to extreme high and low temperatures, they wear down faster, reducing its ability to absorb impact. So be careful if you're even considering skimping on things that could compromise you and your family's safety. You and your family's life is not worth saving a few dollars over. Number 13 thing you should never skimp on: preventative maintenance. In the line of cars and safety, let's talk about car maintenance. Have you ever done this in the name of saving money? The oil change light has been blinking for the past 6 months, yet you ignore it. It'll be fine, no big deal. Your tire treads are so worn down, there's barely any left. And you say, what's the harm? Why do you need threads anyways? Your car plays an important role in safely transporting you and your family from point A to B. Would you ever get on a train that hasn't been serviced for years? Or how about a plane that didn't go through the necessary maintenance check before it took off? So don't do that to your family. For many of us, I know going to the car maintenance center is not at the top of our priority list. There are so many other things we'd rather do with our time. Additionally, every time we go, it feels like we're paying more than we initially assumed. However, as stated earlier, no amount of money saved is worth our safety. Also, it's much cheaper to take care of small maintenance issues early on rather than waiting until they become bigger issues. Number 14 thing you should never skimp on: insurance. This could be car insurance, homeowner insurance, or health insurance. Bad things happen, and they can happen to you. When you look at any winning sports teams, it's not just their offense that wins the game. In order to win, you have to have a strong defense in addition to a strong offense. What's the point of scoring 5 soccer goals when your defense just gave away 7? 5 goals are great, but you lost. That's because you didn't give the defense the attention that it deserved. Think of spending money on good insurance as investment in strong defense. According to a study released by CoreLogic, a property research organization, in 2021, about 1 in 10 homes were impacted by natural disasters. Over 14.5 million homes, totaling near $57 billion in property damages. If we don't invest in good insurance to protect us, all of our hard work towards saving and building our wealth can easily be wiped out with a single disaster. Don't let that happen to you. Don't skimp on quality insurance. Number 15 thing you should never skimp on: good estate plan. A good estate plan generally includes a living trust, powers of attorney, and or a living will. Essentially a plan for what would happen to your investments and assets when you pass away. Like insurance and safety, dying is not something we like to think about. We like to think about only positive things. However, things will happen, and they most often will happen when we least expect it. So if you have a decent amount of assets and you have family members depend upon you, make sure you have an estate plan. A good estate lawyer can walk you through what your options are and what documents you need. Thank you guys for watching. In the theme of tightening up our finances, if you want to tidy up your finances Marie Kondo style, my favorite home organization guru, please check out my video here. Until next time, all the best.